What is up, everyone? It is Flash, back with some more charts, another video. It's Tuesday, February 4, 5:11 p.m. Eastern. We're going to look at Bitcoin, MicroStrategy measured in Bitcoin. Big day tomorrow is earnings for MicroStrategy. So just kind of looking the day before earnings. With Bitcoin does not have any earnings, as you are all aware. And so just with this rainbow chart, again, this is the rainbow indicator, Bitcoin rainbow wave. There's a couple different ones, but Leo UM. Really good follow on Twitter as well, Leo M. I will try to get his handle and see what it is. But regardless, he has set up a great indicator for us. And we're just kind of, I have moved this green parabola just a little bit because we were kind of breaking it, the one I had drawn. So this is, again, just a guideline, right? Nothing set in stone. But if we zoom out onto the weekly, it kind of gives us a nice little parabolic curve to kind of look at and play with. So, nothing set in stone, but again, I think we have more upside to come in Bitcoin. I think there's a lot of news. I just kind of try to focus on the charts. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. Let's look at MSTR. Take off that rainbow wave indicator, and we'll zoom in onto the 2-hour. So this is what I have for MSTR. There's a couple of different ways of looking at this. We could just have that descending resistance line and this little pink bear flag it may look like, or we may have some sort of bowl shape, continued consolidation. So I don't know, but I did have some other fractals on here. Yeah. So these aren't like perfect by any means of the imagination, but these are copy and pasted from back here. I try to find some similar looking price action. If you guys followed my previous videos, you'd know that, I was looking at price kind of compressing and then launching to the upside. And so I think it's still doing that, to be honest. And these fractals all dip or go sideways into what is tomorrow, earnings. So I don't know. I think I'm hoping for some fireworks tomorrow. I think, we do have some upside left in Bitcoin. I think MicroStrategy, again, is leveraged to Bitcoin. I think we're going to continue to the upside. I'm not trying to spill any, bull porn or anything, but hey, I'm a bull. I'd like to see it go up, and, these charts kind of reflect that. So if we zoom out to the weekly, similar to as Bitcoin had that parabola, I have one here with MSTR too, because I think they do go hand in hand. I'm going to remove these fractals. And, similar to Bitcoin, Bitcoin had, kind of this consolidation to the side, right? And we'll just not extend that right line. So, I think we're going to continue up this parabola. And I think MSTR is going to find itself. We did the calculation in another previous video, using Marty Kendall's model here, microstrategist.com, 150 Bitcoin equates to 1.2K MicroStrategy. So again, I have these targets. Oh, this needs to be 1.2, huh? And then, 200K Bitcoin equates to the next level, 250K equates to the next level. So, when we look at the model, if we zoom back in on the price action, these are kind of dart throws. These are kind of everyday, the green is everyday MicroStrategy prices. And, they kind of all bunch along this line. The MNAV, I think right now is 1.93 as of today. And so I think what I'm ultimately getting to is MicroStrategy measured in Bitcoin, one of my favorite charts. If we zoom way out with this guy, we have some pretty good data on this one. And so this looks like, ever since MicroStrategy started using their master plan to acquire more Bitcoin and lever up on the Bitcoin and increase Bitcoin per share, they've really started outperforming Bitcoin. Again, on the bigger picture time frame, this goes back to, 2018, 2020 is when this started to base out and go sideways. And now we're really just beginning to go up and to the right. Sometimes I'll throw on my little ribbons here, my moving average ribbon. We compressed all the moving averages and then exploded to the upside. And so this is on the weekly time frame. This, I don't know if this is going to slow down, guys. Recently, very, very recently, it has slowed down a little bit. But now I think we're starting to kind of poke our head up a little bit. So here's that zoomed in on these upwards channel. We're on the 2-hour time frame. And if you've been following my videos, I've kind of been trying to, round out here. We want to round out. We want to maybe go a little bit sideways, and then we want to start our next legs up, similar to as we did back here. And I think we want this to coincide with Bitcoin also going up. Because if Bitcoin goes up that parabola and we have MicroStrategy looking like it can outperform Bitcoin, therefore that MicroStrategy is going to do some pretty powerful things on its own chart. So we're keeping an eye on this. This has been very constructive. If we put the candles on, this looks pretty good. When we zoom in a little bit. But that's really what we're dealing with. We have earnings tomorrow. We want to bust through these descending resistance lines. We want to bust through this, resistance zone. We want to make this support, and we want to continue up this channel. So other than that, though, guys, it really does revolve around what is Bitcoin doing. So if we just kind of keep this chart on and we stay confident in Bitcoin, I think we're all going to end up okay. So those are my thoughts for today. Drop me a like if you guys found this helpful, and I will see you all in the next one.